What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Hybrid Mongoose podcast, number 20. And today is where I come clean and talk about everything and why it has taken me so long to get back into the groove of things. Also, the last podcast I released was just video, like audio only. This obviously is going to be a video, which is good. I mean, I want to get back to you guys and back to posting regularly again. Also, new mic. This mic is amazing. Funny enough, as I bought this mic back in January and then barely used it after the fact. So, this is going to be more so a video about Pokemon Go motivation and what I think about it and how it all just drastically went downhill. And as of right now, this is the second year in a row where we're not going to have GoFest, which you guys all know about that. We're going to have GoFest, but we're not going to have GoFest in person, which is a huge, just building the community and hanging with friends. I've been to every single GoFest that was in person, and I can tell you from being there that, and anybody that has been there, it's a game changer. It changes everything. It changes how you think about the game. You create new friends and memories from the game. It becomes very strong, and it's awesome to be part of the community. And that aspect of community is like it means it's 95% of the game to me. It really is. If I can't hang out with friends, I mean, besides the aspect of catching things and all that other stuff, and doing remote raids with friends and things like that, they've done. I have to hand it to Niantic since COVID happened. There's been a lot of things that they have done to make things better, but I am craving a GoFest in person, and I know you guys are as well. I did post on my Discord recently, which Discord is available to all the patrons, even the lowest patron, which is $1. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to be a lot more active on that now. I also want to add some more perks for patrons in the future, like releasing my videos early, to patrons only and things like that. So things are going to change. I really appreciate the patrons that have stuck with me. And like I said, I took a very long time, and well, it's twofold. It's not just because of COVID. Well, it is. Like, don't get me wrong, it is. It's hard to hang out with friends when you have a pandemic and virus around, and it's very hard to go, okay, this is worth risking my family. Basically, right? I have elderly parents. My parents should have already been retired by now. One of my parents is retired. They can't afford to get the virus. I can't give that to them because the outlook would look really bad. So, it took up until the point where my coworkers actually got COVID. And we narrowly dodged a bullet from the whole office getting it, basically. And I was just like, that's it. I'm done. I'm done fooling around with the idea of, I'm done fooling around with the idea of potentially getting it. We were safe. We were safe for over a year. None of us got COVID. And then out of nowhere, 3 or 4 people at my office did, separated from each other. It wasn't all like the same thing. It was one person went to a wedding, another person went to a what is it called, a client of ours, things like that. And it got to the point where I was just like, you know what, I'm getting a vaccine. And this is where it leads to Pokemon Go, is now that I have the vaccine, I feel a lot safer to hang out with friends. And me and Chi previously, me and Chi hung out all the time. It was like a once a month at least thing that we would hang out. You guys know that he's been in a million videos of mine. And, since COVID happened, we hung out one time in all of COVID until just recently. So it was like basically a year. In a year, we've hung out twice. Now, when it's hard to get, for a person like me who needs that social aspect of hanging out with friends together and cracking jokes and making new memories, it is very hard for me to find the motivation. And when COVID was at its height, I was just like, I was opening up the game and I was playing I'll never forget it. I didn't even realize there was a community day. I actually went to Ford Field to get my vaccine shots. And funny story about that. I'll get into a little tangent off of that. Ford Field was giving out the shots like crazy. They actually had the military there administering the shots and everything like that. And if you signed up, you got a text message pretty quickly coming back, to getting it. And this is like, by the time I got my second shot, that's when like CVS and all these other places that are close by had it. So it's funny. It's just like, oh, I could have just waited another week. I wouldn't have to drive downtown. But I actually had my wife come with me, and we got in line. And as we were in line for the COVID shot, I brought up my phone and I was like, hey, I think it was, what was it? I forget which community day, but I was like, hey, that's a community day. Must be community day, because I just opened up the game and I see all these. I got a couple shinies and I just started laughing. I'm just like, wow, I haven't even been paying attention, and things like that. So we wait in line. We get finally to the area where we're doing registration, and I already did my pre-registration. And my wife was like, hey, has there been any cancellations? And luckily the woman there was like, do you want the COVID shot? And my wife was like, yeah. And she's just like, well, Merry Christmas. Here, sign this form and you can get your shot today. So that was actually a huge, huge thing, because then me and my wife were both on the same timeline, exact same time, to go back for the second shot as well. So I brought my wife with me because I have allergies and things like that. I've never had a weird reaction to any shots, but just to be safe, I was like, you know what, I'll get a shot, and we'll go from there. So I'll get the shot, and then if anything happens, at least you're with me to kind of help me get to the hospital or something. I don't know. They have people there that are waiting for you. They make you wait 15 minutes after getting the shot anyway, just to be safe. But yeah, so things. That was huge, and my whole family got it. I was kind of on the fence about the vaccine. I'm not trying to get political or talk about like whether you want to do it or not. I don't care if you do it or not. That's your right or not right. It's the same as about the masks. I didn't care if you wore a mask. You don't want to wear a mask? I don't care. I was wearing a mask because I wanted to protect myself and my family. I've never seen so many people just like, it's like, do what you want. I don't care. Like, so, that was a big part. Me getting the vaccine and getting both doses was a big part of me being able to open up and kind of return things to normal. And, I'm sure Chi wouldn't have wanted to hang out with me if I wasn't vaccinated as well, if I didn't have the full vaccine as well. I mean, I know Chi got the full vaccine, so we both were like, cool, let's hang out, And now any other community day coming up or any other event coming up, we can hang out as much as we want. Awesome. We don't have to worry about whether I'm going to give it to him or not or whatever. And I know they say that you can still get it, but it's highly unlikely you would get it if you did have the vaccine, and if you do, I bet it's a lot lessened because you have the vaccine. Now, I have heard the reverse is if you actually had COVID and you wait 3 months and you get the vaccine, some people are having really bad reactions to that. So if I had COVID already, I don't know if I would get the vaccine because of how bad it's reacting to some people. So that's another story. So vaccine, huge plus for me to start going out again and start, hanging out with friends again and all of that. So it's cool because as soon as I posted on Discord, we were trying to come up with all these ideas of trying to get everybody together and kind of have a meetup, because there's lots of people that we used to hang out with and see periodically that we don't see anymore. Like Emerson, Blue Blur, Busy, True Inferno, just so many people, and we're trying to get all together and we're arranging it. And then I just realized that my nephew's first birthday party is during community day. So that right there, I'll have to do my best for community day, but I'm not canceling any family functions for Pokemon Go in general anymore. So that, it's funny enough, I already bought going back to GoFest. I already got my first I got my I got my ticket. It was $4.99. And I think I had Google Pin rewards, and I think I had all the money, so I essentially got my ticket for free. Which is funny. I know where I'm camping. I will need a hotspot, which I already do have, so that's good. I will be vlogging that video as well, so that'll be fun. So yeah, it's just a bunch of different things. It's funny, and then like going back to what I was saying is, you know, we had a we bought a camper. We've been doing really good financially, just in our own merit. It's a good feeling. Like, not to get too personal on a financial level, but for the longest time, ever since we bought the house and had a kid, we haven't really had any savings, which is to be true for a lot of people. A lot of people realize that babies are very expensive, kids are very expensive, as well as a house, and we had both of those things. So during COVID, I haven't stopped working. At a certain point, my wife didn't work for a little while, but she got unemployment. But I've been working literally nonstop, which I feel like I've been super blessed for that, because a lot of people, they don't have the opportunity. They don't have that type of, they did work somewhere where they got shut down. Restaurant work especially, just, man, they had a hard go of things for sure. And, she works in the restaurant industry, and we're getting into a weird age where people don't even want to work anymore, which is so weird. I get it, but if you hustle right now, you could really, really get out of debt. So yeah, I use the COVID and the stimulus checks and everything. Every single time we got a stimulus check, it went to pay off a bill or pay off something or whatever. So we actually got completely out of credit card debt. We got completely out of medical debt, and we have money stashed away, and we bought a camper. So things have been looking really great for us. I will do a video about the camper. It's like an 18-foot hybrid camper. It has like pop-out rooms. But the thing is awesome. I never grew up moving trailers or anything, and I also gave my current vehicle, the Rogue, the Nissan Rogue, to my wife, and I got a new truck, so you guys haven't even seen that because I haven't been vlogging. So lots of changes. But we ended up getting the truck so we can actually haul the camper. So I told my wife, I'm like, do you want a above ground pool or do you want a camper? And she said camper. so so that's cool. So we're gonna actually have the camper during GoFest, July 17th. I will be camping, and would have already been camping for about like a week at that time. So I'm going to definitely be vlogging for that time. It's going to be weird vlogging at a campground. people are going to probably be like, what is this kid doing? But I don't care. It'll be fun. And I'm camping with my best friend, so I'm sure I'll keep him in the videos somewhere. He's hilarious. He seriously is hilarious. He could have worked as a comedian, I swear, if he would have gone for it. I really do feel that way about it. So, that's cool. Got that all going, and it's going to be interesting. But I think it'll be a cool perspective, something different. Something definitely different than I would have normally posted. So that'll be cool. And really, that's about it for the update. I mean, it sucks that it took me this long to get back into it. But to circumvent that, I want to start actually posting Nintendo Switch and like Mario content coming up soon as well. I don't want to be just Pokemon Go. I want to cover Mario and the Nintendo Switch and games like that as well. So don't be surprised if you start seeing other series on the channel. Just give it a shot. If it's not your thing, I understand. One game that I'm really looking forward to is that Monster Hunter Stories 2. I don't know if you've ever had a 3DS and played Monster Hunter Stories, but it's a better Pokemon game than Pokemon. Like, no joke. It's got a similar system, but it's a lot more challenging. It's way more challenging than Pokemon. I mean, Like, no offense, besides the raids, like Pokemon Sword and Shield, not really hard to beat. I understand it's a kid's game, but it would be nicer if it had a harder challenge, at least a little bit. So yeah, it's lots of changes coming up, lots of things happening. I know this is a shorter podcast this time, but I wanted to clear the air and kind of go through, my side of things. And I was aware I wasn't posting. I felt so terrible. I'm just like, geez. These people probably think I fell off the map. Not only that, what really put the nail in the coffin for me and made me feel like I didn't want to try for a second was my network dropped me out of nowhere, and I wasn't posting, so I understand why they did it. But what it ended up doing, it circumvently brought me back to like noob status on YouTube, meaning I needed X amount of like views again to actually live stream again, which is insane. I can live stream off my phone, but if I try to live stream off my computer, I can't do it. So it's just like, what I've been live streaming on my channel since the beginning of Pokemon Go. I've been able to live stream forever, and then when my network dropped me, it just completely killed that ability. I'm just like, so when I saw that, it was very disheartening to look at that and go, oh my God, I got to start all over from the beginning, like, and start racking up these views. Well, the only way to do that is to start over. So in a lot of ways, I do feel like I am starting over on YouTube, which is fine. The only way you succeed at YouTube is you keep going and you keep going. And it's the people that have been posting consistently and haven't stopped that really succeed on YouTube. I mean, of course, you have to post good content and things like that, but you get what I'm saying. It's a lot of determination. When you don't post, you kind of don't exist on YouTube, which is a hard reality, but it's true. If anybody, I don't care how big they are, they stop posting for 6 months, they're probably going to lose a little bit of their audience. And that's why the people that are left here now with me, I truly appreciate you and having your back. And I've been welcomed back to the community. As soon as I announced I was back, I mean, everybody's been inviting me to remote raids, have been, I just feel the love, and I really, really think it's awesome. So this is a little bit of a shorter of a podcast this time, guys. Sorry it's shorter. The next ones will be longer. I actually want to get Chi back on here again for another podcast. Because like I said, the motivation is hard to come by when you're in a pandemic. And I know I'm blaming a lot on COVID, but it's true. It's true. Also, it's disheartening to see, like the vlog content in general. That's why I want to try something different. I want to try recap videos. If you saw my news video, I talked about how the vlogs are on hold a little bit right now. And it's because I want to get back to enjoying the game, why I actually liked it. And screen recording is fine. It doesn't take anything away. But when you're lugging around a camera everywhere and you're recording everything, sometimes you're recording everything, but you're not even actually enjoying or actually being present, if that makes sense. When you think of everything with a content lens, like a YouTube lens, it's hard to enjoy it as if you were a normal player. So I want to get back to my roots and back to where I was actually playing and enjoying the game and what really brought me to this game. So expect to see live streams like from my phone and things like that. And also expect to see, just more condensed content so I can get it out quicker. The editing of the vlogs was actually kind of killing me. Not going to lie. I love making the vlogs, and I still think I make some of the best Pokemon Go vlogs. And if you're watching this right now, you probably agree with me. But the hours and hours it takes to make that type of content, I would rather condense the content, put out a very concise, fun video for you guys, and not kill myself in the editing room, editing for 4 hours and all of that stuff. So I'm going to slowly get into it, but you're probably going to start seeing like, hey, he started a vlog and then he condensed it down at the end. That's what I'm going to start probably doing, or I'll maybe vlog a little bit and then condense it and things like that. So the content's going to change to actually be shorter. and more concise. So I can see the video about Community Day that I'm going to actually have to put out next. It's a recap video of that. It's probably going to be 5 minutes, to be honest. And that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, I want to find the balance of condensed material and actually, you know, condensed material and actually vlogging material. And once I find that perfect spot, I'm sure my content will just feel, it'll probably be ramped up on another level. It's just right now I've done things a certain way for so long that I just don't want to do the same thing that I always have done. And what I've always have done is just vlog. And in like I said, I love it and hate it at the same time. I love it because it gets my artistic, mind going, and it lets me be super creative. But at the end of the day, finding time to edit that material just kills your soul sometimes. It does. You have to be in kind of the mood for it, and sometimes when it takes so long, it's just like, man, I put so much work into this and get X amount back. So that's why I'm saying I'm just going to screen record and enjoy it. And then I'm going to recap it later. And that's what the content's going to be for a little while. Once I get that balance going and I get that good, I'll probably switch it up a little bit and vlog a little bit and kind of do half and half, because it gets to the point where you're vlogging for so long sometimes. This is just from a YouTube standpoint. I've had it where I've been vlogging for so long that I stopped enjoying it, like literally stopped enjoying playing. I was just like, man, I want to just stop recording right now. And there's been many times you could talk to Chi where I'm just like, you know what? I'm turning the camera off so I can enjoy the game just like a normal Pokemon Go trainer, like everyone else. So I'm getting back to my roots, guys. Changes are coming. I expect to see some other things. Like I have a fun video planned where I actually got the Nintendo Switch Super NES controller, and I want to try to beat Hades with that. And if you don't know what Hades is like a really hard, it almost looks like Diablo, like it's like top down, but it's like a roguelite game, and it took me forever to beat the game for the first time, but that's just like one idea of something fun that I want to try to do. So anyway, guys, that is going to do it for the podcast. I actually talked longer than I thought. It's been about almost 23 minutes, so that's not bad. That's not bad. I'll be back with more. Next time I'll have a guest. I'll probably make Chi talk to me. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for the podcast. Like, subscribe. I appreciate all you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.